Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we have an unboxing for you. Today we're taking a look at an electric skateboard. This is brought to us by Swagtron, and this is the Spectra Mini. Let's check it out. So guys, I'm not a professional skateboarder, not even an avid skateboarder. I wouldn't put me in that category at all. But I'll tell you, riding the skateboard is super duper easy, especially because of all the technology that's involved. So first of all, things that you're going to note in this review is that it is app controlled, so it does have Bluetooth capability. It does have some front LEDs that are going to illuminate, and we'll see how that works for riding at night. You have some great wheels here, and if we look at some of the specs here at the very bottom, top speed of 9.3 miles per hour, a range of 5.6 miles. It weighs just 9 pounds, and I know that's probably a little bit heavy on the skateboard side, but because of the battery and everything that's there, and it can withstand a max load of 180 pounds. Now, the neat thing about this skateboard is that it also has this technology. It's called 3D posture control. So not everyone rides a board the same way, and what the board is doing is it's learning how you ride, it's learning how you lean. So as you get on the board and it accelerates or decelerates, the smarts, the electronics, are learning your posture, and it's just adjusting itself to your usage. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's inside, and we'll see what it looks like. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available. Now, before going into the unboxing, I just wanted to show you a couple more things. First of all, it does have regenerative braking. That means that as you're slowing down, you're actually recharging the battery. It does have an LED indicator, which I'll show you in a couple seconds. And I wanted to show you just how easy the bike is, or not the bike, the actual skateboard is. So there are a couple steps here. All you do is you step on it, you stand straight, and then as you lean forward, it actually starts running. Now, you can control the skateboard with your phone, acceleration and slowing down, but I found that it's more natural just using your body and adjusting it that way. Making turns is just like with any other skateboard, and then also slowing down. This is the cool thing, as you can see right here, all you do is you lift your heel, and if you just want to stop it instantly, you just jump off. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now, the packaging is pretty simple. What you get in the box is your board. You do get a power brick, and the neat thing about this power brick is that the attachment is magnetic. So I'm going to show you how that works in a second, and then you get a user guide. Now, taking a look at the board, it has all the characteristics of a standard skateboard. You have a non-slip surface, which is grainy, almost like sandpaper. And what you do have is these 2 points that you see here. This is where you're going to align your feet when you're riding the skateboard. And the neat thing about it is, as soon as you get on it, and it's on, you do get a beep indicating that you've placed your feet in position, and then as you lean forward, what will happen is the skateboard will move on its own. Now, one big question I know you're probably asking yourself is, can I use this as a standard skateboard? And the answer is yes. So when it's off, there is no resistance in the, I would say, the wheels or the drive mechanism, so it moves freely, and you can skate with this, and I have actually done that, which comes in really handy, especially if you're going far and you run out of power. You at least have the ability to get back on your own power, or you can mix between skating normally and then skating with power. Now, the board itself, as we mentioned, is 9 pounds, so it's not the lightest board for its size, but definitely with the power, it's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and check out the wheels. Now, here's a side view of the Spectra Mini, and you can see that the wheels are pretty robust. They're rubberized, they have good, I would say, traction, and they also do well in light, I would say, misted area. So I have gone through some light puddles with this. I've gone through some, I don't want to say big mud, but dirt, and have had no problems with them at all. Now, you'll see here is your battery, and I actually been riding this board, so you'll see that it's a little scuffed up in some sides, but it's done really well. We'll flip it all the way on its back, and you're going to see that there are some consistent components that you find with traditional skateboards. So one of the things that it also comes with is an adjustment tool. The adjustment tool, I'll show you how it looks in a second. The battery connector is here. So what you do is you take this, you put it right here, and it kind of guides itself, and then it starts charging. You do get feedback here from this LED letting you know that you are charging. Now, there is really nothing else to it. So this is your battery, and then the drive mechanism where you actually move forward is up front, not in the back. Now, one thing I failed to show you guys as I was doing the unboxing was this adjustment tool. So this is going to allow you to adjust the front and the back, and it really is a traditional tool that you find with other skateboards to adjust how much tension or resistance there is when you lean to either way. So by adjusting it, it's going to reduce that tension and make it easier for you to sway left or sway right when you're turning. Now, I have been able to do a complete turn, so full powered. I've gone around in a circle using the board with the standard tension. But you may want to adjust it, and you have this nifty tool that's going to allow you to do that. Now, on one side of the board, you're going to find a power button, and this is going to control the LED lights in the front, and we'll turn them on in a second. And on the other side of the board, you're going to have your power. You'll also have a little LED here on the side that will turn on, indicating how much battery life you have, and it's just a color indicator. It's not a bar indicator. I wish it had, either a color bar that had the, 25% all the way, but it's only color. Now, in the front right here, you'll also notice that here are the LEDs. So let's go ahead and power it up so you can see what it looks like. So now, once it's powered on, you'll see how you have that green LED indicating that it's powered up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the light. So let's put this right here. I'll press the light. See how bright that is? So again, if you wouldn't use this during the day. I've tried this at night. You don't really need it for riding, but it's a nice little thing to have, especially if you're riding on the sidewalk or on the street and you want to make sure you're not running under anything that may knock you off or trip you. It is pretty cool because as you're riding and cars are passing by, they see this illuminated board, which looks more like a bike or just a mini vehicle, and they tend to stop and look. So now let's talk about my experience with the board. So the skateboard has done really well. I have used Google Maps to kind of track how far I've been able to go with it and what the distance is. And it's getting really close to the advertised miles. Speed is actually really good. It goes fast, and I find that at times it's faster than advertised. One of the things that I will mention is that, and this may be common with a lot of skateboards, what I find that as I've been using it, the sides, the actual grip surface has lifted on one side, and you can see that over here it's also lifted on one side. So not that that's a big deal because you can always glue that down, but I wish that it didn't peel so easily. Now, the maneuverability is really, really good, and as you can see from right here, because of the motorized aspect in the front, you'll notice that the front is a little bit wider than the back. So the back is pulled in, it's tapered or narrow, and then in the front is where you have the board is a little bit wider. You can see how wide the wheels are as well, which gives you really nice stability, and it's great for a beginner. So I've had my wife try this, I've had my son try this. None of them are avid skateboarders, and in some cases they've never been on a board before, and the learning curve on this is really, really small. So that has worked really well. Recharging has been really fast as well, so go outside, get to run a little bit, come back in, plug it in, and it charges very fast. And I actually like that magnetic charging component. We reviewed the Swagtron Pro bike a couple weeks ago. I wish it had the same type of charging connector because it just makes it so easy. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you how easy it is to ride the Swag board. Again, this is the Spectra Mini. We're going to go for a ride. I'm going to show you where you put your feet and how easy it is to go from, on a ride in one of these, especially if you're not an experienced skateboarder. So let's get right to it. Alright guys, so pretty much I'm resting my foot in the back, and you're going to put your foot on the board however comfortable you feel when, as you place it, so you'll figure it out. The important part is that you're going to put one on the back, and then you're going to put the other one right here. So I'm just going to place it, and then what will happen is you're going to get two beeps letting you know that the board recognizes that your feet are on the board, and then as I lean forward, the board is going to move forward. Alright, let's go ahead and try it. So I hear the second beep. As I lean forward, the board just moves, and it's that simple. Let's see what it looks like. Alright guys, so this is what the experience is like on the board. Really easy. All you have to do is, if you want to go faster, you lean forward, and as you're leaning forward, the speed is going to start to pick up. So hopefully you can see that on camera, how I'm starting to get a little bit faster and faster as I'm going. And that's just because I'm leaning forward, almost like those power skaters. You'll see that. And then as I start pulling off of it, it will start to slow down. So we'll just keep up with this speed, just so you can get a sense of what the experience is like. Now, the board is really easy to use. If you have your feet in the wrong position in any way and you're worried about, am I standing the right way to use the board, you really don't have to worry, because it's going to beep a couple times. 2 beeps mean things are good and you're about to take off, but then if it has a problem with how your feet are positioned, it's going to beep multiple times. So you're going to hear this beep, 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 beep going on. So as you can see right here, picking up some decent speed, and once again, not having to kick off at all. Alright guys, so the other thing I wanted to show you is the app. So with the app here, what you can do is see how much battery you have. You can also see how many minutes you have left. You can set it up for beginner, sport, or actually pro mode. You could also remote control it, so you can actually control the speed and actually stop the board. So if I push this forward, you're going to notice that the board is going. If I push this back, it's actually coming back. So I can actually be on top of it and also control it just by simply using the controls right here. Again, forward or back. Don't recommend using your phone as you're riding it to control the board, because I found that it is a little hard to control. So the best feature for me is, really being able to see how I want to use the board and to configure it. Once you go in pro mode or beyond sport, it does get a lot faster. Alright guys, so this is the sports mode, just to give you a sense of the speed. And I'm telling you, it is picking up. So this is the sports mode, so you can see what the difference is. Earlier I was recording in the standard mode and really didn't pick up this kind of speed, but this is sport, and you can definitely see that we are cooking. Pretty nice, huh? I find it personally that in sports mode, it's a lot easier to handle. Speed is really nice. It picks up really nicely. And again, it doesn't really take that much leaning to get the board going, so it just takes off. So my final comments on the Swagtron Spectra Mini: it's definitely a buy. It's a fun skateboard, and it's very easy to use. So guys, that concludes our review of the Swagboard Spectra Mini from Swagtron. If you have any comments, questions, leave it in the comment area. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, and I want to thank Swagtron for making this product available for us to share on the channel. See you in the next one.